Congratulations. So you've been tracking your energy, you're naming your energy. This is becoming more of a habit each day. And then you started connecting the dots to note the more appropriate activities and situations that match up with your daily energy. Cool. I hope it's going well. So we're going to add another layer to this whole idea of energy expansion, which really is just all about awareness. So in this layer, it is starting to notice if there are any days or times that you feel extra energy. And you know what I mean by that, right? Because a lot of the times we can go about our day and then, we've got we're just ready to wind down around the same time, maybe every day. But occasionally you've just got this spike in energy. You've got this burst of energy. You've got this longer expanse, right? Of energy. Like you feel like there's more you could do, or there's, your ideas are flowing, or it just is still coursing through you, right? At your typical bedtime, for example. Or maybe it's, like usually you notice a little slump at a certain time during the day, but occasionally you don't, and you're energized then. Or it could be like how you wake up. There could be days that you just wake up like before your alarm clock and you're bursting with energy. So it's all of those little outliers. So we're going to start to take note of those. So in your journal, you have been tracking, all right, here's my energy and here's a name for it. And then you may want to even note at the end of the day before you get into bed, all right, here's what I did on this day. Like you don't have to write down everything, but the things that you feel like, oh, this, I want to remember this. This was a good match for my energy that day. I accomplished this, or I had this meeting with this person, or, I did this fun activity. You just might start to jot some of those down in your journal as well. Because in this section, you might start to notice, or eventually you will definitely notice patterns. So patterns of energy and patterns of those spikes, those outliers. So that then you, within those patterns or within those spikes, you can, just take a little reflection time to see what was it about that day? What was it about? Did I go outside much that day? What did I eat that day? Who was I around that day? How did I wake up that day? Are these kind of bursts of energy, do they usually happen when I feel like I've been at a number 5? Or, those kinds of questions that you can start to ask yourself. Start to see what is revealed within your notebook and what you just start to notice, because that information is going to come in very handy for us as we continue through these next modules and as we get more and more clear about your zone of genius, your superpowers, those things that are so uniquely you. So this one's just going to be a fun one. Just, get into that scientist mode again and start asking those questions. And, if you really like that whole scientist idea, you could make a graph, you could plot, the month, right? With your different energy levels and things like that. And that could be really fun. And use your creativity, add color, make a design of, what energy feels like to you. Or maybe you could even color code. All right, when I'm at a 2, it's this color, and So I just invite you to really, it all downloads more, right? When we layer on those fun activities. So it's not just reading something, it is, you're tracking your energy, you're naming it, maybe you're color coding it, maybe you're graphing it. And then as you gather that information in a fun way, you're going to start to notice things. And what you notice is going to be so helpful for you in so many ways. All right. I'm looking forward to coming in with the next module about time. But in the meantime, have fun with all of this information and integration of the energy that is you and how you express that.